All right, students. In this video, we'll discuss the concept of slope. Look at these two lines and compare them. As we go left to right, do you see that this line is downhill, while this line is uphill? The slope of a line shows not only whether a line is uphill or downhill, but also attempts to show its steepness and show it all through a number. One way to compute the slope is to show the rise over run of the line. Look at this first line. If I move from this point to this point, do you see that I have come down 2 steps and over 1, 2, 3, 4 steps? I have come down 2 and over 4. 2 over 4 reduces to 1 over 2. We'll say that the slope of this line is negative 1/2. The negative showing that it is downhill and it is dropping 1 for every 2 that it runs. Down 1 over 2, down 1 over 2 is the same as down 2 and over 4. Let's try this one. As I go from left to right, starting at this point and ending here, I rise 1, 2, 3, and I run 1, 2, 3, 4. That's rise 3, run 4. See how this line was uphill, so my slope is positive. This line was downhill. My slope is negative. This line is horizontal. If I think of it in terms of rise over run, well, from here to here, it doesn't rise at all. All it does is run 1, 2, 3. Of course, 0 divided by anything is 0. So we say that horizontal lines have a slope of 0. A vertical line, this way, think in terms of rise over run. From this point to this point, I rise 1, 2, 3, 4, but I don't run at all. Now, dividing by 0 is undefined. We say that vertical lines have a slope that is undefined, while horizontal lines have a slope of 0. In your assignment, you'll be asked to find the slopes of lines without having the graph to look at. Let's try number 1. Find the slope of the line through 3, 1 and 5, 9. The slope formula says subtract the y values, subtract the x values. Subtracting the y values gives you the rise. Subtracting the x values gives you the run. Let's try number 1. To compute the slope, I subtract the y values. I'll go 1 minus 9. Then subtract the x values. 3 minus 5. 1 subtract 9 is negative 8. 3 subtract 5 is negative 2. Now I know 2 negatives make a positive, and I can reduce. 8 over 2 reduces to 4 over 1, or I can just call that 4. I would accept 4 as an answer. I would accept 4 over 1 as an answer. Now the order that you put the numbers in here matters somewhat. If you choose to put 1 in as the first y, then 3 must be the first x. Let's try number 2. Find the slope of the line through 6, 2 and 10, negative 1. Subtract the y values. I'll go 2, subtract. 2 subtract negative 1. Careful with all those negatives. My x values are 6 subtract 10. 2 minus negative 1 is the same as 2 plus 1. 6 minus 10 is negative 4. That doesn't reduce. That's a good final answer. This one did reduce, so we reduced it. Now, just looking at these numbers, I can tell that the line that passes through these points is an uphill line. That's positive. While the line that passes through these points is a downhill line, because that's negative. Might have been better to put that negative out front, showing that it's a downhill line. Isn't it cool how my mistakes just correct themselves? Now subtract. 7 minus 7 is 0. 2 minus 5 is negative 3. But 0 divided by anything is 0. Remember, if my slope was 0, this must have been a horizontal line. Let's try number 4. Subtract the y's. 8 subtract 5. Then subtract the x's. 3 subtract 3. 8 minus 5 is 3. 3 minus 3 is 0, but dividing by 0 is undefined. The slope of this line is undefined. That must have been a vertical line. All right, your turn. Go work some homework problems. I'll see you later on today.